be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this podcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Hello, everybody out there. We're here for Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk, Thursday, September the 4th. Guys, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, man. San Francisco's a nice time.
Cool. Well, guys, we'll jump right into it. The first part of the show, we're going to talk about the big WWE show that happened this past weekend, Clash in Paris. Had a pretty crazy crowd, man. That crowd was fired up for that show. The first match on the show was Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns got the victory, but he took a hell of a beating afterwards. Pretty much got destroyed. Looks like he's going to be out for a while. I think he's going to be shooting a movie. Marcus, let's go to you first. What do you think of the match?
Well, first off, let me say that I do have a signed Roman Reigns shoe for sale if anybody wants it. So it's one of two, because I think that's all he got thrown out there, because I think they caught him before he got the second pair thrown out.
Yeah.
So, Glenn, if you want a shoe, I got a big one for you, buddy. Signed Roman Reigns shoe. So anyhow, I did not care for the match. The only thing I cared about the match was Bronson actually showed he could wrestle. He's just not some big guy destroying everybody. He really did some wrestling moves. But I honestly didn't care for the match at all. Being an opener, Roman didn't hardly do anything through the match. I'm tired of listening to the commentators saying how Roman's the greatest champ that ever lived. Yeah, well, okay, so you held the title for 4 years and only defended it 48 times, and Hogan held it for 4 years and defended it 6 to 9 times a week. So,
yeah,
you're hearing that. So, Hogan 90% of the time defending his title by himself, and Roman defending his title with 15 other guys. So, anyhow, that's just my bitching about Roman Reigns. But I give it a C- for an opening match. It's supposed to hype the crowd up. Now, the crowd was hyped up in the arena. They just weren't hyped up in my house. So
yeah, the crowd. I mean, the reaction that Roman got when he came out was huge, man. It was. I mean, he's over there in Paris, no doubt about it, and the crowd was into the whole show. So, but I understand what you're saying. That's one thing about Roman's matches; they've got a formula to them. I mean, you've seen one Roman match. You've kind of seen them all. And there's a lot of wrestlers like that. I mean, towards the end, not the end, but towards Hogan's main run in WWE, he was kind of like that. He was, he was a formula too. And so I understand that. I mean, it can happen. But I enjoyed the match. But it was more like you said, Braun Breaker. I thought even though he lost, I think he got over. I think they got what they needed out of Braun. And I think that's what Roman was there to do, to help get him over. Actually, since he was going to go away for a while, why not just have Braun Breaker beat him? Clean.
I think Braun Breaker looked like he slimmed down some too.
You mean Bronson Reed, right?
Beast-like, but he looked like he's not as wide. Like he's actually toning down some. I thought it was too long too. Shit, that damn thing.
From the entrances to the match to the beatdown, 1 hour. That's too much.
I gotta go pee. Can we not hurry this up?
It's too much. I would definitely agree to that. Big Glenn, what'd you think?
I have to agree most of what Mark said. I have to give it a C-. All that, the time it took to get to where they ended up at was too long. It reminded me a lot of end-day WCW in 2001, where you got a storyline that's booked and you're just dragging people along in that way, and by the time you get to it, you're like, what the hell, But I like how they got to the spot where they had to write him on TV because Roman's going to do that movie. So
Yeah. Street Fighter. Yeah, I give the match a B, but it was more because of the ending. It could have been a lot better if they would have trimmed down the entrance and trimmed down the match and got to the desired ending. I think it could have been a lot better. I agree with you guys. Match 2, guys. We had the Wyatt Six beat the Street Profits. That was the WWE Tag Team Championship match. For me, the match was okay. I give it a C, C plus. It was more about telling the story with Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Looks like that they may be breaking up. They've teased that before. Let me ask you guys this question before you guys give your thoughts on the match. Do you think? I think Montez is the guy that could be the star. I think he's got more charisma, even though I think Angelo's pretty good in the ring. Do you think Angelo Dawkins will be okay on his own?
Which one's he? Is he the bigger one?
Big
Or
guy.
He's the bigger one. Yeah, Angelo's the bigger one.
I don't know. They had to package him right.
Yeah, I worry for him. Glenn, what do you think? You think he'd be all right?
I think he could if they package him right. I just don't want him to be another Shad Gaspar at the Crime Time split and had that ridiculous gimmick. So,
Glenn, what'd you think of the match?
this is actually one I skipped.
Okay.
Honestly. You know where I was.
You didn't miss a damn thing, Glenn.
I think so.
Okay, Marcus, we kind of know where you're going with this, but what do you think of the match?
I thought it was shitty. I thought for a pay-per-view, which I always call them pay-per-views, this should have been on like a Shotgun Saturday Night type of match. I was not impressed with this match at all. There was nothing there. I'm thinking, Tony, I may not be here Thursday because if they don't pick this pay-per-view up, I'm not watching any more of it. But no, I didn't. That match was just terrible. I thought it was. I give it a D, and they're lucky they got that.
Really? So I didn't think it was that bad, but yeah.
No, Reggie,
don't know.
this is our other one. Reggie's got on there. Isn't this on Mondays? No, this is actually Heels and Faces.
Yes.
This is our other one. GWR is on Monday. This is Heels and Faces.
Yes. Yeah, the match, it was kind of there. It was a TV match. It was a Raw match. It's kind of what it was. I don't disagree. Let's go to match 3, guys. Becky Lynch, Intercontinental Championship match. She's the champ. She put the title up against Nikki Bella. Boy, people online has just been destroying Nikki Bella. Not as much as Becky, but man, they just Jesus. I didn't think the match was that bad. Did I think it was great? No, but it was okay. Marcus, what'd you think?
I want to know why Bella got a title match. Why was she even in this? You got all them other ladies and all this new talent. Why are you bringing back Nikki Bella for?
Well,
and then give her a title shot. Why? You got all those other women that you could give that spot to.
I can tell you why they brought her back. I happened to hear a interview with Natalia today on Busted Open, and she said when they look at the numbers, even the viewers for her matches, people like not the wrestling fan necessarily, other people tune in to watch her. They buy the merchandise. They buy the merchandise.
Okay, so like they don't make enough money off front row seats, but now they got to put down.
Hey, TKO's running things now, and it's all about money. There's no doubt about that.
But okay, so to the match. Now I'll tell you about the match. I thought it was good. I know she missed a few spots, but overall, I didn't think it was that bad. They need to get some new camera guys because if you watch, there's 2 or 3 times you've seen Becky calling the next move.
Yeah,
it's like, guys, how come all of a sudden now we can see that? It's like, so they need to work on their camera. But I give it a C plus. I mean, it was nothing fabulous, but it wasn't a bad. I mean, so up to this point, it's been the match of the night versus the other 2. So
yes, I disagree. I prefer the Roman match over that one, but I not by a lot. I definitely get where you're coming from. Big Glenn, what do you think?
Hell, I prefer any match that had the ding dongs in WCW and WA over the Nikki
Ding
Bella
dong.
match.
That's what I said. That's
Just because I can't see Nikki Bella on my screen, so I'm not even going to touch this one.
Okay.
Now she didn't win the belt. Is all. I'll leave that one of that.
Okay. That made it an A. She didn't win the belt.
Now, I'm
All
not
right,
telling you
guys.
if I have a chance to meet Nikki Bella, I'm going to turn it down. I'm not.
Okay.
We got to quit taking those spots away from the upcoming group
I
and
don't
giving it to
disagree.
a Hall of Famer that's no way around once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
So that's why I can't stand her. So
Okay, guys. Up next, match 4, the Donnybrook match.
Oh, yes.
Rusev beat Sheamus. Guys, I love this match. They beat the hell out of each other. It was an A for me. Hard hitting. I loved it. I really did. I thought. Well, I like all Sheamus's matches. I like the way he wrestles, and I thought Rusev looked great too. Marcus, what do you think?
I loved it. How long's Rusev been back? Has he been back?
6 months, maybe.
Really? Wow. Because I was thinking again, okay, now why in the hell is he in this match? Then
No,
until they start talking that, oh, he's been around a while. So
Yeah, they've had a few. This was match 3, I think. They were both 1-1, so this was the rubber match. So yeah, they've had a feud on Raw.
well, I loved it. It was my match of the night. I don't care what you call it. It was a street fight, a hardcore match, whatever you call it. I like the fact that they were jumping off whiskey barrels, going through the the Slim Jim tables.
Yeah.
That's right. Slammed them through the bar. I mean, it was fantastic. The guys were welted. Did you notice that after about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
they showed both their backs and it looked like they've been whipped? It's
I
like,
knew that was going to happen when we talked about last week.
yeah, it was my match of the night.
Yeah, it was my match of the night too. Big Glenn, what'd you think?
Loved it. A+, perfect blow-off match for their feud. The spot with the barrels and everything else. You could tell that was going to be a good match because of who was involved. And to go back to what I was saying earlier, a few minutes ago about them having spots on their backs and stuff, I was like, I knew that was going to come before even when they talked about it, you know?
Yep. Most definitely. Next up, guys, match 5. John Cena beat Logan Paul. Guys, I thought it was a real strong match. I give it an A-. I thought what I liked about the match is Cena was doing different moves than he normally does. Logan Paul was doing a lot of different moves. I thought they really tried to show out. I enjoyed the match. The reason I didn't give it an A is I didn't think it was as strong as the Sheamus match, and I didn't think it was as strong as Cena's match with the
Cody.
last pay-per-view with
Cody.
Cody. Yeah. So I didn't give it an A, but I really enjoyed this match too. Marcus?
Well, let me look here. Well, I thought the match was pretty good. I give it an A as well. It'd be my second match of the night. I actually thought there for a while they were mimicking the first match. Because if you watch about the first 5 minutes, it was a beatdown on John Cena. But, oh, here we go again. They're going to rerun match 1 with different characters, but they got out of that.
Yeah.
That Logan Paul, I love the heat that guy can bring. And the smirks on his face, it kills me. All the moves were spot on. Again, poor camera angles. I was seeing moves called.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's almost too tall for John Cena to pull off some of those moves. When he went to do that AJ Styles move, Logan Paul was almost just too tall for Cena to get that pulled off. So,
yeah. Marcus, real quick, I think I know why we're noticing that, because I've noticed it more too with people calling the matches, is they're not doing near as many house shows, so they're not getting a chance to work the matches. Basically, all they're doing is Raws and SmackDowns. They did do a European tour before Clash in Paris, but they're not doing very many house shows. So on house shows, they would work these matches. You know, you'd work these matches 2 or 3 times during the house shows to be prepared for the pay-per-view. That's went away. So I think that's why we're noticing a lot more talking. And that's just my opinion.
Well, that could be.
Because I've noticed it too.
Especially stateside, because you you did not see many house shows anymore. I don't think I've seen any in a long time, honestly.
But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a good match.
Big Glenn?
Loved it. B plus. I loved the spot when John Cena did the 5 knuckle shuffle and the crowd did it with him. That was the highlight of the match right there.
Yeah, the crowd was great. Crowd was really into that match. Next up, guys, the last match of the night, World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins beat CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Punk took the pin, which I was surprised. I thought Uso would take the pin, but Punk took the pin, which it made sense because of what happened with Becky Lynch coming out and low blowing Punk and costing him the match. So the match, I give it a B, but with the ending, I'll bump it up to a B plus because I really like the ending. Because I know we did a show a couple months ago when we talked when they put this group together. You know, who could the other person be? And we mentioned Becky possibly back then, but then we kind of forgot about it. And so I mean, I think it's perfect adding her to the mix. Hopefully, it goes well. Big Glenn, what'd you think?
Wonder if he froze up.
He may have. Yeah,
there.
I think he did. Okay, Marcus, what do you think?
What was it? You want to know about the match?
Yes.
I love the ending. I didn't care for the rest of it, but
Okay.
I love the ending. I like the Dudley boys get the tables shot. I thought it was funny when they did throw him through the one table and it really broke halfway. I don't know how that ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people sit on those tables and they fall through. Like, I don't know how he only broke it halfway, but the Becky thing was that was a fantastic swerve because I didn't know that's who it was.
Yeah.
I had no idea who. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, well, they're a little smaller than most.
I immediately thought it was a female, but it didn't. I'll be honest with you, it didn't click with me. Well, we'll see if Big Glenn comes back. Marcus, I know you weren't near as high on the pay-per-view. I give it a B. I enjoyed it. I mean, for a Saturday afternoon, I had a good time. I know it wasn't near as strong for you.
No, I didn't care for it.
We'll see if Glenn comes back. Well, if he comes
can
back,
bring himself in, right?
huh?
Glenn has the power to bring himself in, right?
I think so. Yes. So we'll see if he comes back. And Chris is probably paying attention, so he knows. One thing I want to talk about just before we move on. What do you think? Do you like Becky being added? Do you think that was a good direction for them to go?
Yeah, I think they do. If they play it right, I think it's fantastic.
Well, and it looked real good. We'll talk about it when we get to Monday Night Raw. What you thought of the promo and stuff with her and CM Punk, and how's that going so far? We'll get to that in a minute. The next thing I wanted to bring up was Sami Zayn. They're over in Paris. He wrestled on SmackDown Friday night and won the U.S. Championship for Solo Sikoa. And the rumor is that they put this title on him to see what the crowd reaction is and how things goes, because they are considering him to be a heavyweight champion.
Oh, that'd be great.
So yeah, I think so. But man, he is such a good character. He's good in the ring. He's been around for a long time. I don't know if anybody deserves anything, but I think he's earned it. I mean, does it hurt his career if he never holds a world title? No, it's not going to hurt his career. I think that's pretty stabilized. But I would like to see Sammy get a world championship. Marcus, what do you think?
Yeah, I would too. I did go back and watch the match, or what they showed me of the match.
Okay.
And I thought Sammy had a strong showing. I like the fact that they took all the guys from the outside and got them out of the picture before Sammy made the pin. I thought the Jimmy Uso thing was kind of funny because he almost didn't get up on the barricade. And then when he jumped off, like, well, that looks like some guy on their second day of training. I mean, it's like maybe you should have just hopped off there because I'm laughing. But yeah, I thought Sammy looked really good. I thought the match looked really well. So
yeah, and the crowd loved it. I mean, they got a title change over there in Paris, so I think that's another reason why they did it. Next up, I'd mentioned that before about Becky Lynch. She came out. Punk was wanting Seth Rollins, but Rollins didn't come out immediately. And Becky comes out and cuts a promo, and she ends up slapping CM Punk a few times. So first of all, I got a couple other questions, but what'd you think of that, Marcus?
I thought that promo was fantastic. I loved it. At first, I thought we were going to have another. Oh, here's CM Punk going to hijack the show until he gets what he wants. But no, I think Becky did very well at presenting that promo, because Punk didn't do a lot of speaking after that. But we did hear "shut the fuck up," even though they blooped out the word "fuck."
Yeah.
I thought me and Seth made today's WWE. Something got her to smirk. I don't know if you caught her, but she broke character just a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Leave, get the hell out of here, basically. I guess, were they chanting AJ Lee, I assume?
Yes.
Is that what? Because I didn't understand who they were chanting, but then she says, "Who are the fans chanting for? Dope? That dope don't hasn't worked here," or something like that. I was like, "Who are they?"
Yeah.
I thought it was very well done.
Yeah. Because I think we was on the same page, Marcus. When she first came back, I didn't think she looked real good. But over the last 2 or 3 months, she's really picked it up. I mean, I think she's as good as she's been in a long time. I mean, she's really doing well, and
I thought it
helping
was
things,
very well done.
definitely helping things on Raw. There's Big Glenn. He's back.
Oh, and then I
Yeah.
thought it was funny there at the end. She's talking about, I got to go shower and bleach, and had to throw my coat away because I had your balls sweat. I mean, I'm dying.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, it was
I was
good.
dying. I thought this is fantastic. It's like, so yeah, I
Big
give
Glenn?
that an A+.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Glenn, we'll go back and because we're talking a few things. We'll just go where we left off. Let's go to the Becky Lynch thing. Did you see the promo and everything that took place with her slapping CM Punk? What'd you think?
Oh yeah, I want to see AJ Lee back, and I think that we're going to get it for Indianapolis. But I kind of want Triple H to troll the fans tomorrow night.
I think we're going to get her. I think she's going to be back in a match in Indianapolis, but I think she's going to be back in Chicago SmackDown tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm gonna Triple H to wait another week. This is Jack from the Chicago fans.
I know them Chicago fans are fired up. They've sold out almost 17,000 tickets, and they're expecting Brock Lesnar, and nobody said that Brock Lesnar is going to be there. They're expecting AJ Lee. Nobody said AJ Lee is going to be there, and that's sure what that crowd's expecting. So yeah, I thought it was a great promo. Another thing we talked about while you was gone was Sami Zayn getting the U.S. Championship, and the rumors are that they're putting the U.S. Championship on him to see how things go, and possibly considering him for a world title run. What do you think about him winning the title, and what do you think about a possible world title run for Sami Zayn?
I wouldn't mind seeing a America run that way from him, but it depends on who's holding the belt when he gets to it. That's pretty much my thoughts on that. I would love to see it, honestly. It's depends on who the champion is.
And the other thing, I think you'd cut out. What'd you think of the Seth Rollins winning the championship on keeping his belt, and Becky coming in and screwing him there at Clash of Champions?
I love the hell out of that spot because I knew it was going to lead probably with AJ coming back and stuff. But we knew that Seth was going to win that match anyway, so that's where.
Yeah, they swerved everybody because with everything that happened in that first match, with Braun Breaker getting thrown out and Bronson Reed and Heyman getting choked out and went to the hospital. Everybody's wondering, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? People all over the internet are guessing the guy from. Most people were picking the guy from NXT, the one that plays the Italian mob boss.
The one who I thought was going to be at SummerSlam at first, but he didn't show up. Tony D'Angelo. Yeah,
that's what a lot of people thought it was going to be. I don't think D'Angelo fits that for all. Personally, I like D'Angelo. He's a former collegiate wrestler. I'm high on him, but I don't think he'd fit that group. I think that'd have been a mistake. And And I think they did the right thing with Becky. I like what they did there. Okay, guys, we'll be doing our old school segment here in a minute, but I had one other thing before we get to that. We'll talk a little bit of AEW and get your thoughts on this. AEW has a big pay-per-view planned on September the 20th. WWE added a pay-per-view on September 20th here in Indianapolis for WrestlePalooza. Originally, AEW's pay-per-view was supposed to start at 8. WWE's was going to start at 7. I believe it was yesterday AEW announced that they was moving the time of their pay-per-view to, it's in Toronto, to 3 p.m. Eastern, to move away from WWE. And they've got a little bit of backlash because some fans had already booked their flights. And you know, I didn't think about that. You know,
I thought when I seen that, like, oh, fans are going to get shitty because they got their times. Maybe they have to work until so and so, and now you just jack the time all the way back. And I didn't think about plane rides either, but you're right.
Yeah, because they do. Go ahead.
So I'm sure some are flying in internationally too. I've seen with those shows, people fly in all over for those big shows, you know, and stuff. And think about the people that fly in internationally, even out coming in through America to go to Toronto for that. You know, that's going to be hell for a lot of those people.
And they've got a sold-out arena. I think we're pretty close to it. They've sold 13,000 tickets. So they're doing pretty well. They do well out of the United States. They struggle in the United States selling tickets most places, but they do well when they go to England or Toronto and places like that. They do well.
It's because Edge on the main event.
But
right?
I think that helps some. But I think it just Toronto and places like that, England, they don't get a lot of wrestling. So anytime wrestling comes, they really go for it. My thing is, guys, I think, just my personal opinion, I think it makes them look weak to change times. I think if you think your product's really good, go to head with it.
Start that. We're back at 7. You know, start at 7.
I mean, that's just kind of my opinion on that. What do you guys think? What do you think, Marks? Do you think that kind of makes them?
Yeah, I don't think it was the right move. I mean, people were already buying tickets. Yours was on the market first. I would. Yeah, if you're worried about that and you're going to back it up till the middle of the day, it's like, yeah, you're worried, big time.
Well, my thing, I think most AEW fans are going to get that show. They're not going to get the WWE show. They do very well on pay-per-view. They average anywhere from 100,000 to up to 160, 170,000 for the bigger pay-per-views. So they do very well, and this is one of the bigger pay-per-views. But
you got those AEW fans that hate WWE. They don't give a damn that there's a show in Indianapolis. So
no, they was going to draw, and WWE knows that. I think they know that. WWE, everything's changed with social media. WWE wants to win the night. I mean, what I mean by that is when everything's over with Saturday night, they want everybody talking about the WWE, not talking about AEW. They want all the views on all social media. Everybody paying attention to them. So I think that's more than anything, to be honest with you. And Tony Khan didn't help things with some of the stuff he said. One time he did a promo on Nick Khan that he was the only Khan in wrestling. There wasn't room for 2 Khans, mouthing off and shit like that. You know, saying stuff like that. And you know, when one time that they beat Raw in the ratings just by in the 18 to 36, they beat him by a half point or something. And even though they're on different nights, Monday Night Raw going against NFL, they was on Wednesday nights. Bringing that kind of stuff up. They said that they're competition. You can't have it both ways. If you're going to be competition, you know, is WWE being petty? Yeah, they're kind of being petty. They're kind of being assholes. They're kind of being jerks. I mean, kind of being bullies a little bit. But it happens every day in business. I mean, and it don't make a difference if I like it or do like it. They're going to do what they want to do. The other big news. Oh, well, Glenn, what do you think about them changing?
Makes it look weak. I think they should at least held a spot at least, so you don't jack with fans' plans.
Yep, I agree with that. The other big news story was same day they announced it. AEW is going to be doing pay-per-view on HBO Max. Um, the big problem with this is they will be on their other cable providers for $49. If you're a member of HBO Max, you'll get the pay-per-view at a discount price. You'll get it for $39. So you get $10 off, and that's what you're paying for HBO Max. Actually, if you got the HBO Max big plan, their normal plan with no commercial and everything, you're paying $20. So actually, you could be paying more. So why not just pay for the pay-per-views? And if there's a pay-per-view you don't want, why have HBO Max? So I don't know. I don't think it's a good deal, but I knew that I thought they might give them $20 off, because that's what originally was announced a few months ago, 6-7 months ago when they signed that new contract. But I knew it wasn't going to be for free. And the reason I knew that for sure was because AEW, when Time Warner signed that deal with them, one of the deals was that Time Warner gets 20%. And I believe I'm right on that. I know it's either 10, 15, or 20% of all pay-per-view buys. So they're not going to want to lower the price because they're getting money off that. Yeah, they are paying $185 million a year or whatever for AEW, but they're also getting money because AEW is terrible in the ratings right now. They had one of the lowest ratings. They only had like 400,000 people watch this Wednesday night. And they just keep dropping and dropping. They're almost cut 50% in what they were. Well, they have cut 50% in what they were 2 years ago. And they're probably down 30% from a year ago. So things are dropping big time for them. But yeah, I don't consider that a great deal. From $49 to $39. And I agree. Some people said what they should have done if they really wanted to go at WWE, offer that first show. It's just going to be $39. But the very first show is free for everybody to try out. If you got HBO Max or you want to get HBO Max, our very first pay-per-view will be at no charge. And that would have been a good thing to do. I think that would have. I know that they would have lost money to a certain degree, but I think they could have gained that money back with that promotion. That's just my opinion. Okay, guys. Next up, Old School, a new segment we got. We're going to be picking matches, and I picked one for this week. Marcus is going to be telling us what his is for next week.
Oh, hell, I will try. I got to go back.
My match for this week was from 1992. What we're doing is the match has to be at least 20 years old or more. It can be from the 70s, 80s, 90s, but it can't be no sooner than 2000. It can be up to 2005. We don't want no 2007, 2008 because we want to be more old school. So at least 20 years old. And my match is from 1992. It was part of WCW. It was on Beach Blast. And it featured Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Ravishing Rick Rude in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Got my thoughts here, but Marcus, we'll let you go first. What do you think of this match? And the other thing, how do you think? Well, let me see what you think of the match first, and then I'll have a couple questions for you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I hated when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat bring out his entire family.
Yeah.
I hated that shit. It's like, we don't want to see your wife and your son. We don't want to see your son dressed in his Halloween costume. We don't want to see that. We want to see you wrestle. You're bringing it. Might as well bring Grandma and your dad and everybody else down there. It's like, anyhow, Rick Rude was a damn good wrestler, and he was a damn good seller, and he could make anybody look good. I thought it was funny that Rick Rude should have won that. Ricky got his title. He got his pins or his decisions because of the DQs, and Steamboat should not have won that. Rude should have won that. So a lot of 2 counts, a lot of rest holds. You don't see that anymore.
No.
But they knew they had to go that 30 minutes, so they had to do those rest holds. The superplex off the top rope was pretty impressive. What I thought was funny was if you jumped off the top rope, you get DQ'd. But you could pull that shit, which was 100
Yeah.
times worse than if you just jumped off there. So,
You know who made that rule, don't you, Marcus? You remember who made that rule?
Bill Watts, wasn't it?
Cowboy Bill Watts. Yeah.
Bill
Yep.
Watts. Yep. There was the backslide to get the 3-3.
Yeah.
Reminded me of Kerry and Flair and Kerry won the belt. And of course, we knew the final pin was going to be at the last minute. But yeah, Root should have won that. Steamboat didn't really earn any of his pins or any of his decisions.
Well, I thought he only had one DQ. I thought there was only one DQ, and that's when Rude jumped off the top rope. I thought.
I'll have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the top rope DQ. Let me ask you this, Marcus: how do you think how would that do if they did a match like that today?
Oh, we'd probably be bitching about it.
I like matches like that. I tell you what I loved when they did them Boston Crabs. They made it look really good. I mean, he was sitting all the way back. I mean, and the facial expressions and the selling. That's the big thing. That's the biggest difference I see when Steamboat and Rude wrestled is the selling that they did compared to the selling you see now. And I'm not just talking about AEW. That's a big bitch I have by AEW. They don't hardly sell at all. But WWE don't always sell either, not like they should, as much as they should. That's kind of went away. That's why I like the old school wrestling, because of the selling. It makes me believe more what they're doing. If you hit a guy with a Canadian destroyer and he jumps right back up, it's hard for me to believe. But if a guy's got a Boston Crab in and going all the way back and looks like he's breaking the guy's back and that guy's yelling and screaming bloody murder, it makes me believe it a little bit more.
Well, did you notice Rude had him in that Boston Crab as well? I think it was.
Yeah.
If it had been today, Steamboat would have submitted because he tapped that.
Yeah.
But that was the thing in the past that wasn't how they used to submit back then.
No, you had Sack
He
quit.
wouldn't have been pounding trying to get out of that move like he was. But no, I don't know if we bitch about it today or not. I don't know. I think the day's crowd probably would.
Yeah.
But us old school guys, I mean, it was very well done. Again, I still think Root should have won it, especially since he was champ and he did most of the work. But
Well, that's some of the notes I had. The facial expressions, the way they both worked each other's back and ribs, because Rude got that rib injury early in the match. The first pinfall cover was 7 minutes into the match, and Rude took an early lead. Plus, they also had some tights on that, and then Rude got up 2-0, and that was less than 9 minutes in the match.
yeah, but
And then,
that second pin was almost immediately after the first.
yes. And then was got the DQ and made it 2-1. But then Rude right after that got a quick pin and was up 3-1 with just 11 minutes in. I liked them guys working body parts. I mean, I enjoyed that. I like to see more of that. I like to see a guy working a body part and trying to take the guy out of the match. Let's see here. Steamboat got the pin, made it 3-2, and then with 9 minutes left in the match, it got tied up 3-3. And I love that sleeper counter. The way he had that sleeper in for a long time, and of course he pushed off the rope and got the pinfall, which we'd seen that before. We'd seen that before with Bret Hart and Piper. But I really enjoyed the match. I liked it. There's a lot of Iron Man matches you don't get a lot of pinfalls. I liked that this one you had a lot of pinfalls. So I thought it was different. And he got the pin in the final 30 seconds. And of course, Rude was trying everything he could to get the pin there in the way the match ended. So I really enjoyed it. I'm curious to what Big Glenn thought.
I liked it. Ricky Steamboat has had great matches over the years, even at that point. I have to agree with Marcus on how this came out there. Yeah, even in the WWE run, he'd have his son in that freaking Halloween costume and shit. You know, so.
And he did all through that, ever since when he won the belts from Flair. that whole summer he's bringing his boy out, and the boy was a baby then, so he had to carry him out. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was a good U.S. chef though, and stuff. Farther down the road, but yeah, man, great match. It was a good match. You knew there was going to be a decision in the last minute. We should have won, obviously, because that was Pete Rick Rude at that time, as far as WWE run is concerned. So
Rude's career didn't last too much longer after that because he hurt his back in that match against Steen.
Yep. Now, Japan busted on that slab out there.
Yep. Yeah. Would you guys recommend for fans out there that haven't seen this match to watch it?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Just watch the whole pay-per-view.
The whole pay-per-view is a good pay-per-view.
That way you get to see how it used to be versus how it is now.
Well, there's you got Terry Bam Bam Gordy and Dr. Death in a great tag team match. Was it the Steiners? I think it might have been the Steiners. And then also you got Cactus Jack and I believe Steen.
Yes,
and so it's a very good pay-per-view. So if you haven't seen it, Beach Blast, it's on the network. Yeah, 92. It's very good. It's a good show. I've watched it a few times. Well, guys, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Well,
I do have I have like two in my mind as far as when we get around to my old school match.
Hey, Marcus, what's your match?
Okay, well, you can send me that clip about that kid climbing the cage.
Yep.
So, we wanted to see the whole match, so I went looking for it. There's two ways to see this match. It's between Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase. It happened in probably 88, 89. I think it's an MSG house show, maybe. There's two different ways to watch it. They have a thing that talks about cage matches that has maybe 7, 8 cage matches, and it's near the end of that. Or if you just put in Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase cage match, you'll watch it that way as well. So match is about 12, 14 minutes.
Yeah, for a second I thought you was talking about the WCW one when they was in the NWO, where a kid came to or some guy came to a cage and they had to beat the crap out of him to get him out of there.
Oh no, it wasn't that. Well, me and Tony talked about that too.
Yeah, we talked about that.
This was like a house show at MSG. This was WWF.
Yeah,
I think Savage had the title. I think he had the main title. Well, he did. DiBiase was going after him.
I think most of the matches on that cage match show were house shows.
Yeah, and if you want to watch the whole thing, it's like 2.5 hours of cage matches.
It's good.
There's good stuff on there.
Yeah, it is.
I have one more thing. That TMZ special that they did on Hulk Hogan a couple weeks ago is free on Tubi now.
Okay.
So if you go on Tubi, you can watch it. That's where they put it.
Okay.
So I ran across it this morning, like, I need to make sure I mention that. So for anybody that did not see that, very well done.
Very good.
Documentary. It is free on Tubi.
And speaking of that, I'll just let people know, coming up November 8th, Real American Freestyle will be returning. And they did very well for the first show, had over 4,000 people. This time I think they're making a smart move. They're going to Penn State University, where the show's going to emanate from. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get 8, 9, 10,000 people, because Pennsylvania is a wrestling community. And I thought they did very well for a first show. I thought they did very well. So November 8th, they announced their second one. So that can be seen on Fox Nation. But yeah, I thought they did well. So guys, we appreciate everybody watching, and everybody have a good weekend. And check out some independent wrestling if you're not doing anything. There's a lot of good shows this weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, Wrestling at the Dub Friday, of course. Cecil's got a double shot Saturday and Sunday in Danville, Illinois.
Yep.
There's always something.
NGW's in Crawfordsville at the Armory.
Yep. That's right. NGW is this weekend. That's right. Well, everybody have a great weekend, and we appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully Chris hears me say that.
absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens Show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.